What if I told you the greatest rescue story in the Old Testament isn't really about Moses? Sure, Moses is a central human character, but Exodus is ultimately about a God who hears, saves, and dwells with his people. Welcome back to the Bible in a Minute Challenge. Let's see if we can cover the entire book of Exodus in 1 minute. Are you ready? Let's go. Exodus opens with the descendants of Israel living as slaves in Egypt. A new Pharaoh fears their growing numbers and oppresses them. But God hears their cries and raises up Moses to lead them out. After 10 devastating plagues, including the death of the firstborn, from which Israel is spared through the blood of the Passover lamb, Pharaoh finally lets them go. God parts the Red Sea, Israel crosses on dry ground, and the Egyptian army is destroyed. In the wilderness, God provides manna from heaven and water from a rock while teaching his people to trust him. At Mount Sinai, God gives the 10 commandments and establishes his covenant with Israel, calling them to be a holy nation. Even after Israel worships the golden calf, God shows both justice and mercy. Exodus ends with instructions for building the tabernacle. When it's completed, the glory of the Lord fills it, showing that God now dwells among his redeemed people. Exodus is a story of God's power to rescue, his call to holiness, and his desire to live among his people. Exodus reminds us that God doesn't just rescue from something, he rescues us for something. Israel wasn't delivered from Egypt so they could live however they wanted. They were rescued so they could worship God, obey him, and represent him to the nations. The same is true for us. God doesn't save us simply to make our lives easier. He saves us to transform us into people who reflect his character. And when we fail, as Israel did with the golden calf, God's mercy is greater than our failures, especially when we turn back to him. The question isn't just, has God rescued you? It's also, are you living like someone who has been redeemed? Come back for Leviticus, where we'll discover why one of the most overlooked books of the Bible is actually one of the most important. If this video helped you, follow along as we work through all 66 books of the Bible, 1 minute at a time.